What makes us special as the species we are, and what defines us as human beings, is our ability to think critically, ask questions about our life and existence, wonder and develop ourselves, and being curious. If we lose that ability and our free thinking, then we are no longer that version of the human race, as we otherwise define ourselves as. The extinction of the free mind and free thinking is therefore perhaps actually also the extinction of us as we used to be, as humans.
Hi there everyone, and welcome to my garden here in the middle of the forest where I live. We are, as usual, in Denmark, Scandinavia, the most northern part of Europe, so you have an idea about where we are. This is one of my so-called campfire talks, and yeah, it's still early morning here in Denmark, and the sun is just rising. Yeah, I use these moments to just to sit here and enjoy the silence, enjoy the morning. It's a good way to start the day, I think. I really love it. I'm gonna talk about what I chose to call the extinction of the free mind. And yeah, I know it sounds very dramatic, and it actually is, because let me start somewhere else. What's really interesting is actually what defines us as a species, as human beings, and what makes us so special or unique is that apart from all our skills, what we can do with our hands, and what we've built and created and developed through times, what actually makes us unique is that we have this extra cognitive level, a level that makes us able to reflect and think about our own existence in the world, and makes us think, have critical thoughts, and ask questions about everything in the world, and even questions about ourselves and our own meaning of life and our own existence in this world. And that's actually quite unique, because it's, you know, for most animals, the meaning of life is survival and reproduction. And I guess that goes for us humans as well. Survival and reproduction, that's our main purpose in life. But we have this gift, if you look at it as a gift, I'm not sure about it, but we have this gift that we can actually think. We have this extra cognitive level of thinking, and everything we create is actually based on this curiosity and this critical thinking and this asking questions about, are we doing things right? Can we do them better? And this eager to challenge ourselves, to develop. So what do I mean about this extinction of the free mind? Well, things has changed through times. Looking back over the last couple of thousand years maybe, or even just the last a few hundred years, and even more the last, say, 20 years, the last few decades, things has changed a lot. about how we live in modern society. And yeah, we've built a society and a system around ourselves, deliberately or undeliberately, I'm not sure. Our focus today is about producing and consuming. You know, if you go into the engine room of modern society, that's what life is about, producing and consuming. And we are not people, we are consumers. And this cycle of production and consuming is just going on, and is, you know, the engine is growth. We have to consume more, and therefore produce more, and therefore work more and more. And the system depends on that all of us just obey order, you know, just do what we're told. If not, the system will break down. And this system, or this cycle, is depending on stability. And when people think and come up with good ideas, stability is threatened. So the worst enemy of this system, or this cycle of production and consuming, is actually people thinking critical thoughts. So how do the system defend itself against that? Well, it finds ways to stop your thinking. It finds ways to distract you from thinking. And there are several ways to do that. One of the ways, of course, is to keeping you busy. The more you work, the less you think. Another way is because you have spare time. You have time where you don't work, and that time is probably the most dangerous time for the system. So, how the system deals with that threat is by entertaining you and making you addicted to entertainment. So actually this system, I know I'm calling it a system because what should I call it, you know? It's not a system like an institution, at least not one single institution. It's more like a system of how things work in modern society. It's not going to be a big campfire in this campfire talk. I'm just going to make myself a nice little cup of coffee on this. Yeah, it's kind of an espresso machine, and this little wood stove. But as long as you just don't think, you know, critical thoughts or asking questions about, you know, questions about your life. Is this what I want to do? Is this the way I want to live? Is this way that we build our society the right way? All those critical or curious questions are a threat to the system. So the system don't want you to think those thoughts.
What is threatening the free mind or the free thinking is many things. The amount of information that we are bombarded with from all sides. And it's information that consists of misinformation, manipulation, advertising, lies, fraud, and fake news. It's the fact that we can't actually rely on any of the information anymore. So we don't know what to think and what to believe. That means that a lot of people just give up on understanding or believing or having an opinion of anything because it's not even possible anymore. Another threat to free thinking is all the pressure from political correctness and this unifying of who we are and who we are allowed to be. Controlling what you can say, what you can think, and what you can believe in. But the worst threat to free thinking or the free mind is actually not thinking at all. And that may sound simple, but it's actually very serious. Our minds are occupied and kept busy all the time. busy with work and all this massive amounts of information, useless information, and most of all, entertainment. The system has created an addiction to entertainment, and we are all addicted. And in real life, this actually means that all our available time we could have used for free thinking is occupied, consumed by useless information, mind control, and massive amounts of entertainment. And there you have the perfect crime. The perfect crime is when no one actually knows there has been a crime, not even the criminal himself. Because no one is actually aware anymore about this is happening. We are just like information and entertainment zombies. And that's the dangerous thing about it. That is where we've lost the war to the system. That is the extinction of the free mind, the free thinking.
If we do no longer think critical thoughts, and if we do no longer, question things in life, being curious, thinking about the meaning of life, thinking about ourselves in the universe, all those thoughts that I mentioned that defined us as a species, what made us unique and special as human beings. If we do no longer, have the ability to think that kind of thoughts, who are we then? So, the extinction of the free mind actually, in my perspective, is also maybe an extinction of the human race as we know ourselves. Descartes, way back in time, is known for his famous words, cogito ergo sum. And that's Latin for I think, therefore I am. And that actually says it all. If we do not think anymore, we are not. And that's actually what I'm trying to point out here. That is that if we extinct the free mind, the free thinking, we extinct ourselves. I think the climate changes or the climate crisis is not what will, extinct the human race or our civilization first. It is the extinction of the free mind that will extinct our civilization first. And that's a great reason to put on some coffee, isn't it? We've been addicted, like any other kind of addiction. And we've been so used to this addiction that maybe we don't even question it anymore. Cheers. I actually found this little coffee maker here when emptying my parents' house a few years ago. They both died within, I think, 3 weeks. Had been together since they were 16 years old for, I think, about 70 years. And then they die within 3 weeks. I mean, that can't be a coincidence. I don't know. Anyways, I have to empty their house, and one of the things I found was this little coffee maker. So it's not just a good cup of coffee, it's also part of my memory of my parents. So cheers to that as well. Anyway, I spend a lot of time just sitting here having a coffee, thinking. I can spend hours just sitting and thinking. And I know, my own children, they are grown up now. They're not able to do that. They can't just sit, for hours just thinking, just looking at the beautiful nature, listening to the birds, all that kind of stuff. They are so addicted to stimulation, to entertainment, so they can't have, you know, just a second of spare time, free time for the mind. So maybe the war is lost already, I'm not sure. But the generations that are growing up now, they have a difficult time. I am afraid that we already have lost. And the few of us left, the old ones, of free thinkers, are a dying species. And if that is the case, this is not just the extinction of the free mind, this is the extinction of the human race, the human species as we know it, as we used to know it. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can fight back. Hopefully we can teach our children, educate our young people to still be critical thinkers, to spend more time being bored. And it's, yeah, being bored, but to me it's not boring. Actually it's the opposite. To me it's not boring, you know, spending time in nature. Where you could say, my children would say, well, nothing is happening. But to me, everything is happening. I actually try to take care of my free mind, to take care of my freedom, my free thinking, to take care of the time and the space I have. I don't know if any of this makes any sense to you out there, but I think that the younger generations actually can relate even more to this. I hope you've been inspired, and that it maybe planted a little seed or started some thoughts in your own mind. Yeah. If you like these campfire talks, you can find more of them in my playlist of the same name, Campfire Talks. I will put some links in the description and on the end screen as well. But hopefully I will see you again, and until then, have a nice one out there. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Cheers and bye.